This is Marvel Select Deadpool. The figure is part of the 2011 figure releases from Marvel Select. A great figure. I'm not really into a lot of Marvel Select figures. I've really been very picky with my Marvel Select figures, but the latest ones they have in 2011, starting with the Juggernaut, I was really blown away with that figure. And then now, yet another fantastic figure from Marvel Select, from Diamond Select Toys. Before we begin, let us look at the packaging very quickly, if I can get to it. Deadpool, as you can see, huge packaging. He's got his belt logo right there. Fantastic artwork in and out of the box, as you can see. Really great. On the side of the box and at the back. Yeah, very cool. And the rest, there is a variant one. They're selling one with just the head unmasked. I wasn't really too interested in that. And the rest of the assortment, the way this Magneto is really looking great. Not a big fan of the character, but might just get that. Might, I don't know. Okay, on to the actual figure itself. Albeit this is not the best Deadpool out there, this is still a wonderfully made figure. What's really interesting about this figure, apart from the sculpt, is the amount of accessories it has. It has unbelievable detailed accessories, and even the whole sculpt. The figure is very accurate. Well, accurate enough. They could have. I'm not a big fan of this sculpted belt or web belt on him. It should have been that gray with the circular piece in the middle, but I don't know, some reason they used this. Marvel Select, Diamond Select used this one, but it's still a great figure. So let's start with the base. Let me just stand him up. You can appreciate him. He can actually hold every single weapon that comes with him, and not hold, but I mean have it on him. You don't have to get a bin to place them. If you want to display this figure with all the weapons in his possession, you can display him holding everything like this. This is an option that you want, or you could swap the swords here and have them placed somewhere. Wait, he's having a little bit of trouble standing up. Okay, so let's stand him up like that. Now the base, well, come on. It was fine a while ago. Unbelievable. Alright, there we go. As I was about to praise this figure. The base, it's a great sculpted and painted base. You can live without it, you can live with, I mean, it's a plus for me. It wasn't necessary, but it's a great display base. It's got one peg right here. The wall is detachable if you wish. If you just want it this way, it's also fine, but it's a great base. One of those bases that aren't really useless, so this is one thing it's a nice option to have, but really it's just a plus for me. Even without the base, I'd still get the figure, so that's that. Now the figure, arguably not, well, it's pretty good. Top two Deadpool figures. Oh, come on. Okay, no, it's my bad. I haven't really taken him out of his fxfranz pose, so. Okay, stand up, Wade. Okay, we'll put him here. Okay, this guy's just making a fool of me. As I was saying, an awesome figure. It's because his feet is just oddly shaped. That's the main reason. Yeah, that's it. It's really not my fault. Okay, this is still the best figure for me. The 6-inch Toys R Us exclusive from the 2-pack with Warpath. The 6-inch Hasbro figure is still the best Deadpool for me. Comes with a gun, but accessory-wise, this one beats him. You see, as you can see, the colors. This one is a lot more accurate. He's got that circular belt, chest belt thingy, web belt, with the circular piece. This one is just like a medieval strap that's on him. He's got gray. This one's got black. I like the brown color more on this one. The head sculpt on this one is more comic-y looking. This one is more like a storm shadow shaped head. So if you want a figure that you can play with, you can pose around and goof off with, I recommend the 6-inch figure. But if you just want a nice maquette or statuette like figure, you're just going to display on your desk at work or on your shelf, this is the figure you want to get. It's a great scale. It's not too small. He's a little bit petite for if you put him in the shelf with the other figures. But this one, I mean, the Marvel Select really had a gold mine with the 7-inch scale, and yeah, I'd go with this one if you just want a display piece. Yeah. Okay. On to the accessories. We'll leave him here just for reference. This guy has a ton of accessories. He's got a rifle, which is very different from the 6-inch figure. I'm not entirely sure what this is. Looks like a Rambo rifle. I don't know. Somebody tell me what type of rifle this is. Very different. He's got 2 katanas, which he can actually hold in either hand very well, I might say. Not like that one, which you had to thicken with the elastic bands. So he can hold his swords very well, and it's just a shame they don't really have scabbards for holster. They're just these loops, which is okay, I suppose. So that's that. Also, if you noticed a while ago, the trigger finger fits very well with the guns, even with the pistols. He's got 2 pistols that fit very well in either hand, not loose or anything like that. He's got a trigger finger that will fit into the trigger area of the gun, so that's very cool. Yep, and they fit nicely in these half holsters. They're not completely whole holsters, but that's that. He's got sculpted on detail, the pocket, the pouches, the non-removable knives. I tried my best to remove the knives. They don't budge. They're like a solid piece that's been molded on, which is a shame. I'd understand if this one was a little bit too small to actually have it removable, but I would have appreciated this one being removable since it was big enough, but didn't do it. Okay, and lastly, he's got the size. He's like Electra size. And again, the handles are thickened with some detail. If you can look at that, there's some bits of ridges right there that actually make the handle thicker. So that's very cool. He can hold them both nicely. So a ton of accessories, very accurate accessories, and he can hold every single one of them. So kudos to Diamond Select and Marvel Select for really doing a good job on that. Articulation wise, which as you can see has a little bit of a problem for me because he has some trouble standing up. And it's really not because of articulation, it's really because of the molded feet. So let's start with the head. It's on a ball joint that sits on a hinge joint, so wide range of movement. He's got waist swivel, ball hinge shoulders, hinge elbows, and a swivel wrist. Would have wanted a cut bicep, I didn't do it. That's fine. He's got a ball hinge. If you can, yeah, it's a ball hinge hip. Yeah, right there. As you can see, he's got a thigh swivel, double hinge knees, which is very cool, and a ball hinge ankle, which is not very stable. And one thing I do appreciate about this figure is that most of the joints are quite tight. Not too much of a problem with the joints being loose. They're very tight. The arms, even the legs are very tight. This thigh swivel usually the problem for me for most Marvel Select figures, but this one is very tight. There you go. Now you're standing up. Yeah, there you go. So, okay. This guy has made a fool of me for the longest time. Okay. So we're gonna stand him up. There we go. Okay, he's not falling down now. Okay. So Marvel Select Deadpool, just a wonderful, wonderful figure. Let me just put everything back. Uh, I'm really glad I picked this one up. It's one of those. Even if you have the 6-inch figure Deadpool, this if you're a big fan of Deadpool, this is one figure that you want to pick up. I mean, if you also, it's one of the best Marvel Select figures I've ever seen that they've done so far. So this year, if you haven't picked up Juggernaut, and you're still looking for a Marvel Select to pick this year, let it be this one. Next to the Juggernaut, this is my favorite Marvel Select figure to date as of this posting. So, I do apologize for being a little bit messy with this review. I really didn't expect the figure to just completely be knocked over every so often, but now he's pretty stable. It's really my fault, not the figure's fault. I do apologize, but it's a great figure. It's a great addition to your Marvel collection, especially if you're into Marvel Select. If you love Deadpool, this is one figure you want to get. So there you go. I hope this video has been somewhat informative and insightful for many of you who are actually thinking of getting this figure. This is the Marvel Select Deadpool figure from Diamond Select Toys. It's a great figure. Go get it. Thanks for watching.